So normally they'll release patch notes today, and we'll go over the patch notes. We'll read through, we'll react to the patch notes. They're not going to release them to tomorrow because of how many patch notes there are. There's like, what did they say? 28 pages of rebalancing changes for PvP alone. Like, the patch notes are going to be huge. So they'll be out tomorrow. You can read through them. I'm going to try and recap today's stream now, and I am going to show you guys how you can preload the PTS now in a moment. So just hold fire for that. So first of all, they spoke about escalation before they spoke about the PTS. And this was so good. So remember when you could open up caches and missions and get prototype gear out of it? It felt so good. And the feedback I sent, I think everybody sent, was it was nice every single day just going through and opening these caches again, these containers that we don't even open no more. They're bringing that back. So from season 2, you're going to be able to go through daily escalation missions and open these containers and get prototype gear potentially out of them. So that's that's huge. They're doing a tokens rework as well for season 2. It's going to be a big tokens rework, and they want it far more rewarding for the person setting it up, but in the same time, they want it easier to progress up to the tiers and not as damaging when you fail. So there's going to be a tokens rework. And finally, recalibration optimization has been confirmed. However, not for season 2. They didn't say how they're going to do it, but they said as soon as they have it ready, it will be launched. There's no date on that at all. It could be within season 2. It could be within season 3. We don't know yet. They couldn't give a time for that, but they did say as soon as it's ready, it will be launched. So recalibration and optimization is coming to prototype gear. So they started with that. Then they moved on to season 2, the PvP season. It's huge. Like, the whole season is around PvP. There's going to be 3 different dark zones, as we know. 1 balanced dark zone, 1 sort of like whatever dark zone, how it is now, and then 1 PVE dark zone. PVE Dark Zone for the first time in the division. They're doing it. It's for 1 season only, though. It's part of the season. It's part of the modifiers and how all that's going to work. It's part of like the seasonal activity. You're going to have a PVE Dark Zone on rotation. Every week, these will rotate. So in the footage, we just seen that they were in DZ East. I think the normalized one was DZ South or West, whatever. And they'll rotate every single week. So the PVE Dark Zone will move around the Dark Zones every week or switch over. But the whole global modifier for next season is involving that. You're going to have to go into the Dark Zone. You have to collect things, extract things, use that to make yourself more powerful. You're going to get more magazine size, more range, more damage to armor. There's loads of buffs. I can't go through it all now because we don't have the patch notes, but over the weekend we're going to be streaming the PTS all day tomorrow. We'll create some videos. We'll go over all this new stuff, new gear, new exotics. Caduceus is in next season by the looks of it as well. The old exotic coming into the division 2. So we'll go over that all in videos once we do the PTS tomorrow. But yeah, that's basically the season. It's the season of the Dark Zone. Loads of balancing adjustments to come into PvP to try to make it more balanced, more fun to play. The one huge thing they just mentioned at the end there is how the PVE Dark Zone is going to work. It's the first time 12 PVE players can be in the same area at one time. It will scale to how many people are in the server. Not only that, they wanted something to happen on extractions where it still felt like it was risky. In PVP Dark Zones, you extract, you got a chance of someone killing you, robbing your loot. So how they've answered that is they're going to spawn in hunters, depending on how many people are on the extraction. So first thing we're doing on the PTS tomorrow, I'm going to need people for this. We need 11 people for this. We are going to spawn in 12 hunters and see how that goes down. Okay? It takes me back to the Division 1 survival. We used to do that. We used to get as many people into a server as we could, get to the extraction, have a huge hunter battle. I can't wait. That's probably the best news I had today. I was so hyped for that. Yeah, so you got to get hunters spawned in depending on how many people are on that extraction. You have to defend hunters before you can extract. And like I said, this what you're extracting is going to be normal gear or whatnot, but you're also going to be extracting a resource that you can spend at the base of operations to make yourself more powerful and stuff. Again, we're going to go over this fully in videos over the weekend. There's so much information today. I don't remember it all. The DZ vendors are going to be more rewarding. It's been like a DZ vendor rework. So on the PVE vendor, you're going to be able to get additional caches, including the exotic cache. But on the PvP vendors, you're going to be able to buy things like prototype caches. They're going to be expensive, but they'll be high rolls. So guaranteed high rolled prototype gear from the prototype cache at DZ vendors. High risk, high reward is what they said. Yeah, that's literally all my notes. I couldn't take note. They've got a new gear set coming, new brand set coming, new perfect named items coming, new talent coming. The Caduceus, for those interested, it's going to heal you based on your damage that you output. So for your crits, whatever the damage is going out, you get, it said 1.5%, but that might have been a DZ rebalance, might be more on PvE. We'll find out tomorrow. But you're going to heal yourself and your team every time that you crit. And the higher the damage, the bigger the heal. It's how the Caduceus is going to work. Those up for exotics they've shown as well. It's very hard to sort of do this recap without the patch notes, but that's it, right? Have I missed anything, chat? I'm recording this live. We're going to send this out in a quick recap video. I think that was everything. So excited for the new season. So excited. But remember, the PVE Dark Zone is only for next season. However, he did say they're going to look at the feedback for that. I think the way they worded it, potentially a PVE Dark Zone might be something that they consider depending on how it goes and the feedback next season. If we all love it and the feedback's great and people want to keep a PVE Dark Zone, make sure you feed that back. They read everything, wherever you put it. It sounds like that's something that they might take forward or bring back or something. So next season only for now, part of the seasonal modifiers. But if people love it, maybe they keep it. I know a lot of PvP players won't like that idea at the same time. DZ should be PvP and all that. But yeah, it'd be interesting what the feedback is and how people enjoy it. Watching the live chat today, you guys are loving the idea of a PVE Dark Zone. You're loving everything that they said in that stream. Everything. So the PTS, let's quickly just discuss that. That's going to be on preload now. So if you want to preload it, you got to be on PC. You can't do it on console, PlayStation, Xbox. The PTS is never on console. I don't know what the reasoning for it is. I always guess things like they probably have to pay a lot more money. They probably have to go through review systems with Sony and Microsoft or whatever. It's probably a lot more hassle. On PC, they just do it through their own client and there's no third party, right? But if you go to Ubisoft Connect and go to your library, as long as you own the Division 2, you're going to have the Division 2 PTS in your library. So just scroll down. It says I've not got it installed. I know I do. It hasn't got on preload yet, so it won't be here. But if you've already got it installed, there'll be an update for it up here and installed. And if you haven't, just scroll down through your library and you'll find a Division 2 PTS. As long as you own the Division, you'll be able to download it from here and you'll be able to play it from tomorrow. They didn't give the exact date, so I missed it. But from tomorrow, PTS, and it'll go over the weekend, maybe until Monday. I'm guessing. If you're on Steam, you can now also get the PTS on Steam. Not 100% how that works, but I think from the Division 2 game page on Steam, you probably got the PTS link to go and download it on the PTS as well. But yeah, we're gonna 100. I'm away this weekend, so I can't fully get into this all weekend, but I will be on it all day tomorrow. We'll do a PTS stream tomorrow. We'll get loads of videos to go out across the weekend showing you all the new modifiers, exotics, gear, explain the DZ, get that 12 Hunter battle done. That's the first thing I want to do. And can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. We're definitely going to give it a go on stream. You guys can come and watch. And yeah. Got to thank the guys for tuning into our stream today as well. That was on. Apparently, we had more viewers than the Division game Twitch. What's going on? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it.